Okay, so x squared is your highest degree, so we say it's a degree of 2. There's going to be 3 terms, something with an x squared, an x, and then c. C is just a constant, it's just a number, okay? There's no variable there with it. All right, so when I say x squared plus bx plus c, it looks like this. Plus 2x plus 3. Something like that. Okay? There's nothing in front of the x squared. There's a number in front of the x. It can be positive or negative. And then there's a number behind the x value. Okay? They're not necessarily always going to be positive numbers. They can be negative as well. All right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over a little bit of multiplying binomials. We talked a little bit about this the other day, like the Angry Bird stuff. Have you guys heard of FOIL before? The fishing thing, I think you called it, Bree? Yeah. Okay. And then what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to factor these guys. So we're going to break them down. Okay. So we're focusing on factoring trinomials. In order to do this, we need to recall how to multiply binomials together first. So you guys should have done a little bit of this last year. So whenever you multiply binomials, you have to multiply everything by everything. Maybe you guys have heard of this before. FOIL. Multiply the first, the outside, inside, and the last. Okay, so when I say first, you multiply the first number in each bracket together. So the first number here is x, and you multiply it to the first number in the second bracket, which is x. X squared, good. Then you do the outside terms. So this number here, x, is on the outside of the bracket. This guy's on the outside. You go x times 1. What's x times 1? X, very good. Then you do the inside numbers. 4 times x. 4x. And then you do the last number. These are the last numbers in both brackets. 4 times 1. Excellent. Very good. Okay, and then you just combine the like terms. They're always just the middle terms. Okay. (5x plus 4). Okay. Questions about that? I got any of those numbers?
Yeah, how do
5? What's x plus 4x? Not x plus 4x?
okay, yeah.
5x. These middle two terms are always going to be able to add together. Okay? Let's try another one. First, then do outside. Then you do inside. And then you last. Okay? Try that out. So yeah. Who taught you the fishing thing, Bree?
Oh, my teacher.
Oh, okay. Who was your math teacher in Davidson?
But, you know, one going on.
Oh, there was another name for it? I've heard of Angry Birds. And because I taught at a Nova Scotia-based school where they have a lot of fishing, and a lot of sea creatures, they call these crab claws. Fishermen.
Subtraction is higher.
What's that?
The subtraction is higher. The sum is quicker.
Okay, so let's talk about that. X times x, let's do the blue one first. X squared. X times negative 7 now, the green one.
So
Negative 7x. Let's do the inside ones, that's my red color. 3 times x, positive 3x. And then the black one, that's my last ones. Positive 3 times negative 7, 21. Okay? Is everyone okay with those numbers there that I got? Okay, now all you do, what's negative 7 plus 3?
4.
Positive or negative? Negative 4.
Do you have to do anything with the variable?
The variable.
X?
No, it just stays there. Like 2x plus 3x is 5x.
So you don't have to make that into x.
No, that's only when you multiply. X times x is x squared. X plus x, 2x. Okay? All right. Let's try this one without the color coding. Try it on your own, guys. So do the first. All right. So first times the first. X times x. Outsides, these two here, you guys get negative 5x. Insides, these two guys here, negative 3. Right, negative 3 times positive, or negative 3 times negative 5. Positive 15. Then you add up the like terms. Negative 5x, take away 3x. Very good, Chloe George. Okay. Any questions about that one? Taking this dead silence as everyone's okay. We're having a good time. All right, great, good. Now, here's a question. What pattern emerges? Do we see anything that's happening here?
The middle ones add up and outside.
The middle ones add up.
Outside stays.
The outside stays the same. Okay, good. What do we know about the first term?
So that's
X what? Okay, first term is always x squared. Now, I'm going to start here. I'm just going to erase this part here. My middle term is 5. My last term is 4, right? What's, oh, no, that did not go well. Either way, doesn't matter. What's 4 plus 1? What's 4 times 1? What's 3 times 7? What's negative 7 plus 3? -3 times -5. -3 take away 5. -8. You guys see a pattern there? When you add the numbers together, you get your middle term. When you multiply them, you get the last term. You guys see that? Okay, so your B value. Add the terms together and see. You multiply. Okay. Now what you need to remember with this stuff is, this is sign sensitive. Okay? Like a negative and a positive change everything in here. If one's a negative and one's a positive, your last term is going to be negative. Right? If both terms are negative, your last term is going to be positive because a negative times a negative is excellent. Okay? So let's try one here where we go work backwards. Okay? So to do this, what you need to do is you need to look at your C term. This guy here. Okay? What you need to do is you need to factor the number. So what we do is we take 8. We need to factor. What are factors of 8? What times what will give you 8? Give me some other. 2 times 4. Great. Or 2 times 2 times 2. Only look for 2 numbers though. 1 times 8, right? Because remember, we're working with just 2 numbers here, right? Now, is there any way we can add up 8 and 1 to give me 2? No. Can we add up 2 and 4 to give me -2? Yes. I got some. How can we do it, Shannon? Not quite. You're close, though. Switch them around.
-4 plus +2.
-4 plus.
No. -2 plus +4.
2 minus 4.
No, negative.
Either way, yeah. +2, take away 4. Good, you guys. Very good. Is that what you said? No, that's not what you said,
Yeah,
Shannon.
that is it.
Is it?
That would be a -2.
You call me a liar. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. It's tough having math at the end of the day. Okay, so here, now look at it. So 2 and -4. When I add them together, I get the middle term. What happens when I multiply these 2 numbers together? What do I get? -8. Okay, so there. These are the 2 numbers I need. So to factor these things, I need to break it back down into 2 brackets. Okay? So it always works like this. When it says to factor this guy, here's what you do. What's x squared? No, what times what gives you x squared? Sorry. X times x. That always goes there. Now, what are factors of 8 that give me, or -8 that give me -2? 2 and
-4.
right, so you put +2, -4. And that's how you do these guys. Okay. Now, for the record, you could have wrote it like this too. I'm just going to write it down here. Or you could have went x minus 4, x plus 2. I just switched them around. The order doesn't matter. Okay? So if Ethan and Chloe are checking their answers and one wrote this and the other one wrote that, you're both right. Okay? A little weird at first, I understand. But once you get used to factoring these things, it's actually not that bad. Okay, all right, let's look at this one here. So I got x squared minus 8x plus 7. So always look at the back number first, our c value. 7's a prime number, so the factors of 7 are pretty easy. What times what gives you 7? 1 times 7. Okay. Now, is there any way they can add those two numbers together to give me negative 8?
Yeah. Oh. Both negatives.
1 minus.
They have to be both negative, so negative 1 minus 7. Okay. What?
Negative 7 minus 4.
Either way. You could write it the other way too. So there, these are the numbers now I put in. X squared is x times x. Positive 7 to give me negative 8x would have to be negative 1 and negative 7. So does this make sense how to break it down? Like how to factor these guys? We'll do more examples. I got hundreds of these things, don't worry. Way you can always do your check is if you did FOIL again. So now if you multiply, which is the opposite of factoring, you should get the same answer again. X times x is x squared. Negative 7, negative 1 is negative 8. Negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7. Right? Okay. Is this making sense, Chloe? Okay. All right, good. Excellent. Next one. You guys find factors of negative 18 that'll give me positive 7. Hold on, Chad. No rewards for those that work in it. Any of those add up to negative 7? Okay. So you guys
Try answering it.
Yeah, try answering it. If you can get the factors, put them in. To the brackets. Okay, so factors of 18, you guys, would have been 1 times 18, 3 times 6, 2 times. Factors that add up will add up to 7, though. Positive 7 are going to be these guys here. Okay, so it's going to be negative 2, positive 9. Okay? If you do a quick check, a negative times a positive is going to give me a negative. Positive 9, take away 2, it's going to give me positive 7. Okay?
Wait.
What?
Negative times of. Wait, what did you say? Oh, okay.
Okay. If your last value, if your C value is negative, you're going to have 1 negative and 1 positive bracket. If it's positive, it could either be 2 negatives or 2 positives. Okay? Because you're doing multiplication. You guys want to try some more? Like I have some harder ones here, but do you guys want to try an easier one more time?
No.
Maddie, you want to do one more easier one? Okay, let's do one more. One! What? We're here. Like, what else are we doing, guys? All right, I'm going to write it down here on the board. Or I guess I can write it down here so it's in the video, too. Look at that. Let's try this one. X squared. What do I think here? Positive 20. Oop, messed up already. Plus 5. Oh, plus 20x plus 100. Record that. There's the answer. It's on the tape. Great. All right. So Chloe's already up here. She sees 128. She's freaking out, having a panic attack, stressing right out. But what Chloe didn't do was read the instructions ahead. Factor to see if you can remove a greatest common factor before. All right. 4, 16, and 28. You can take a 4 out of everything. Now, real quick, if the first number here is a negative, take out a negative number. All right, so when you divide everything by a negative, it just changes the sign on everything. Okay. So I'm going to divide it. I'm going to factor out a negative 4. So at least it's x squared plus 4x. -32, thank you. Negative 32. Remember to watch your signs. Boom. Now, when you factor this one, only work with what's inside the brackets. Just leave that -4 there. Okay, you just keep writing it down. Okay? So factors of 32 that give me 4.
Already got the answer though. So wait, what are we looking for now then?
8 tenths. Well, now you got to break it down.
Like what down?
Well, factors of 30, like how we did these ones. Here, Chloe George. Put it into 2 brackets. Like this.
Yeah,
X squared is x times x, right? Yeah, factors of 32. It's either going to be 8 and 4 or 16 times 2. I'm going with 8 and 4 to give me 4. But since it's positive 4, it's going to be positive 8. Take away 4. See? Once you get the hang of these a little bit, they actually get kind of fun.
Try doing the next one first.
Yeah, try the next one. So, we go to GCF. If it's negative a value, or if it's negative value in front of the x squared, take out a negative number. So divide everything out by -5, Maddie. You can do that. Don't just sit there and beat your hand.
I don't think my
You're
fireplace.
I don't know.
You want a hand or do you want me to back away?
wait till you do it and then I'll just talk.
Okay. That works well on tests. Good idea.
What were you looking for?
We're trying to break it down into the two brackets, make it a binomial. Just like we did. I wouldn't change it up like last question. Be like, oh no, this time you're gonna solve for x. Break my calculator. Okay. What's up? Oh, do you want to do it negative?
Yeah.
Like, are you subtracting or? Oh, so you would go like this.
You do 6 and negative.
Divided by negative 5. So, whoa, what?
We got.
That's great.
Can you tell mine?
I don't even know how I got it.
Come see. I think I know how I got it. I don't think I did it.
It's 6 and 12.
Good. Just make sure you put the negative 5 up here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You just can't get rid of it. But that's great.
No, I meant to create it, but I just not used to this because we made it.
Because this is the first 20, oh, I've been recording this whole time while you guys have been working. This is your first 26 minutes doing this stuff, guys. You're not supposed to be experts yet. That's why you're here. That's why you're stuck with me.
I'm ready to go.
Wait, when are we having a test? Was it Thursday on what?
Quiz, yeah. 3.1 to 3.3.
So that's like, is this 3.3?
This is 3.4.
I don't have this. 3.3.
Factors of 12 that'll give me 4 are 62.
I put -2 in the first one, does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Remember how I said up here? Either one of these is correct.
Alright.
Because technically,
This is right.
this is multiplication, right? Two brackets put together is multiplication, right? Is 3 times 2 and 2 times 3 different numbers? No, so it doesn't matter. Okay? Questions? Let's try some. You just got to practice this stuff. You guys are going to do this today and tomorrow. You're just going to be practicing this stuff, okay? Cross-country districts. Okay,